Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma. This here is my little Craftcorner where I talk about knitting and sometimes other yarn related stuff. Mostly knitting, and today I just wanted to sit down and do a little knit and chat for you guys. Just because I haven't done one of these in a while and I just really wanted to chat with you guys a little bit. So I have with me my most active whip at the moment. We'll get into that later. But it is my zipper sweater by Petite Knit. It's looking like this. I'm working on the body right now, like split 4 sleeves and then knit quite a bit of body already. I currently have this skein attached of mohair. This is the Lana Bilsa Setasuli mohair. And this here is what's left of my Holland Creative Proven Highland wool in like a plum color. These are 250 gram skeins, so this is still the first skein and I already knit this with it. But I'm almost running out of that. I'm just currently really excited to knit on this for some reason. I'm just craving some plain stockinette, so we're knitting some plain stockinette and we're not complaining at all. It's also on 5mm, which really helps with like making progress and seeing things go. So I'll be knitting on that while I chat to you guys. That's why it's called a knit and chat. Definitely do grab your knitting, or your crocheting, your, I guess you could sew while watching this, but like sewing machines make noise. Embroidery, also very welcome. Cross stitching, or whatever kind of crafty thing you're into. Grab whatever your current project is and let's get crafting and let's get chatting. For the occasion, I also have my tea. Very nice mug. It says The Hague on it, Starbucks mug. It's a very big mug and the tea is still very hot. So we'll set that back for later. And then I also have a glass of water just in case. Because you never know, I tend to talk and ramble a lot and then I get very thirsty. So I just brought all the beverages just in case. But today I just really wanted to talk, what about life, what I've been doing. You might have noticed that there was not an upload last week. If you've noticed, I'm so sorry. Life does things sometimes. Last week I got pretty sick on Saturday and then Sunday I had to fill in at work. So like there wasn't really any time to film a video over the weekend and then the next week started, which meant more work and then it was almost Sunday anyway, so now you're watching this one. So yeah, that's why there was no video last week. Like that's the first reason. The second reason is it was podcast week. I do a podcast every 4 weeks, every month, like roughly around that time frame. And I just share what I knit, what I am currently working on, and like what I bought last month, and just like some remarks there and everywhere. So that's what I usually do on podcasts. But this month, I, to be honest, just didn't really make a lot of progress with all of my knits. I cast on something new, which is exciting. But to make a whole podcast, well, there's only one thing to really update you guys on. I just didn't see that happening, or I didn't see that becoming an interesting video. So that also played a big part in me just not uploading video. It was podcast week and I didn't have enough content to film a podcast. And I didn't really want to think of anything else to film for that week because, I don't know, not to be complaining at all, but coming up with video ideas every single week. I've been doing this for a year. Sometimes you have to get very creative. Sometimes inspiration really doesn't strike and you just have to come up with something, and last week it just didn't happen. and I was feeling sick, so yeah, just didn't happen last week, which is alright. But yeah, just in case you were wondering, this is why there was no video last week. Yeah, but I just haven't been knitting that well. I feel like in all my spare time I do knit, but there's just no progress whatsoever. Like, I'm working on the Moby sweater right now, and that really only needs only needs a little bit of the body still. But that's a complicated pattern, and I'm just not in the mood to pick up a complicated pattern right now. So that is on the back burner for like right this second. Just haven't been knitting on that at all. I think I did a couple rounds last month, but then I ended up at a round where I needed to twist the cables and just didn't want to do it. So I put that down for a little bit. Definitely will have to pick that up soon because I really want that like finished for whenever winter strikes, you know. I'm thinking of a couple places to wear it to because I feel like it's a kind of an occasion sweater a little bit. It's like all over cables and textures and wow. And I cannot just wear it to work because at work I run around all day and I don't want like to sweat a lot in it. So I'm thinking maybe the staff holiday party at the place where I work at, because some of the staff has been asking me how my sweater is going and if I've already finished it and when I'm going to wear it. So maybe the Christmas party would be a great place to wear this sweater, but I'll have to finish it before like Christmas time then, which is quite a bit work to do still, especially considering I'm working on a straight stockinette sweater on 5mm needles, and I'm really showing no signs of stopping with this one. I feel like for a 5mm like project, this goes slow. This goes super slow. I don't know. I love stockinette, but it's just 30 centimeters of straight stockinette in a round. No fuss, nothing going on, which is great for TV knitting, but I feel like because I'm holding it together with mohair, I still have to look at, see, I almost went wrong with this stitch. I still have to look a little bit, like making sure I don't either like separate the mohair and the main thread, or the main thread is also, it has a lot of like plied multiple times, so I have to make sure I don't split the yarn there with my needles, and I have to make sure I of course wrap both strands around the needle and not leave the mohair behind. So that's a lot of things to think about while knitting this sweater. It's really not that bad, but I don't know, I just really want this one finished right now. If you've watched my previous knitting podcast, you know that this was, out of the 3 sweaters I'm knitting, this was the like 3rd priority. I don't know, I just really liked knitting it, so I continued, because I feel like knitting something is better than knitting nothing. At least I'm making some progress on a sweater. Instead of forcing myself to work on a sweater, I don't feel too motivated for it at the moment, and then just not knitting on it a lot and just making slower progress. I feel like that's also part of being a knitting YouTuber, you know, is like making sure you make progress so that you can share your progress or your finished objects or share content about it. Very superficial again, but that is part of what comes with making YouTube videos, is having content to film videos about. So that has been a big part in me deciding what I want to work on. It's just me being like, I want to make progress. Like, this is all tangled, by the way, so I'm untangling while I'm talking with you. So instead of being a knit and chat, this is just a untangle with me video now. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, that's been playing a big part in me deciding what I want to knit on. It's pretty much me being like, I want to have content for my knitting podcast, like mainly my knitting podcast. I just want to be able to fail every month. So let's figure out what I want to knit and knit on that, and then just let the rest sit for a little bit. Great idea. But I now have like lots of whips laying around that are just, I lost interest or not right now. So that's cool. I also have like my Monday sweater. It's still a whip. Haven't knit on that a lot. I don't know. To be honest, I just find the cone very annoying to knit off of. But that is fun because I'm knitting a Christmas gift with a yarn also. And I currently don't have, like, I can currently not work on the gift because the yarn is in use for the Monday sweater and it is a cone, so I think I just have to cut the thread, you know. I think I just have to do it. I think I just need to weave in one more end on my Monday sweater so that I can go work on my Christmas gifts, because Christmas is fast approaching. I have given myself the task to knit multiple things for multiple people, like one thing for each person, but in total that is a lot of things for a lot of people. I love all the people, but what am I doing to myself? Last year I was so on top of my Christmas knitting. I was done well before Christmas. I think I started end of October, beginning of November, and I just knit mostly on those. I made an Excel spreadsheet, of course, because I always do that with anything, pretty much. I made a spreadsheet and then I just gave myself deadlines for certain parts of certain things, and I made sure I met those deadlines. That was way ahead of the deadlines even. At some point, which was great, but yeah. This year, it just hasn't been happening, you know? I have all these amazing gift ideas laying around for like my family, mostly my family. And I really want to work on it, but I just cannot be bothered to start, you know? I have the yarn, I have the needles, I have the patterns. I just need to start, and I have the motivation because I really want, like, all the items are geared towards the people who will be receiving them, and I'm pretty sure all of them will really appreciate it, and I really want to give it to them because, you know, I like giving handmade gifts. But it's just a lot, you know? It's just a lot of knitting that has to be done. And to stay within the content side of things, I cannot really make content off of making Christmas gifts because the people I'm making gifts for might be watching my videos, so I cannot even share what I'm working on in my videos, at least until Christmas. I'll probably do a what I made my family for Christmas video again this year. I did one last year. You can watch it up here. I'll probably be making one of those this year, but that's a long time in the making, and I also really want to finish this sweater. I really want to wear my zipper sweater. But my zipper sweater currently is a zipper cropped t-shirt, or not even a t-shirt because, or it's just a cropped v-neck t-shirt because there's not even a zipper in it yet. There is so much work to be done for this sweater but I so want to snuggle up in it. I tried it on a couple days ago. It fits amazingly. It's not itchy at all. I was a bit scared of the mohair being itchy, but it hasn't been itchy at all. So that's cool. That's great. That's new. That's fun. Yeah. It's just currently it's a dream knit. But it's not super dreamy, as in, like, I don't have it right now, and knitting straight stockinette for 30 centimeters on 5mm needles is a bit of a pain in the ass, but the finished objects will be a dream to wear. But yeah, long-winded way of saying that's why there's no knitting podcast this month. I'll hopefully be back next month, and I already do have a finished object. People who watch my Instagram stories will already know this, but I finally got around to blocking my sweater number 16. I finished my sweater number 16. Like, I still have to do the bind off on the body. I ran out of yarn. I played yarn chicken, lost. But I blocked what I have for now. Like, hoping, praying that it will actually be long enough after all. Who knows? So I'm praying for that while it's drying right now. And then hopefully I'll have a finished object this month. Yeah, I knit on this last year. I think I put in the last stitch around Christmas, end of Christmas maybe. Like end of December maybe. I don't know. Like around that time is when I put in the last stitch and called it, like, not call it quits, but called it, let's block this and see if it's actually long enough, because none of the yarn stores carry this yarn anymore. And I cannot be bothered to make a whole online order for one skein, so I'm going to be petty about it. I knit this entire sweater 2x2 rib in 3.5mm needles, and I'm just going to be petty about it and block it and let's see. I did not block it yet. Well, I did so yesterday, but it's currently drying, and it took me more than 10 months to put it in like a tub with some wool wash and let it sit there for 30 minutes and then stretch it out on blocking mats. That whole thing took me 10 months to do. So yeah, but I'm really excited for my first sweater of the season to be ready. I cannot wait to wear it. I'm like, that was also like a dream knit in the sense of I had like visions of where I would wear this. So sweater number 16 is a turtleneck sweater, as well as this one was fully ribbed 2x2 ribbing. I'm knitting it in a very like Christmassy / bright red color. Really lovely. It suits me really well, I think. So I was really hyping it up last year while I was knitting it. I was so ready to wear it to Christmas, or to wear it, like, I had places to wear this in my head. But I think I just didn't want to be disappointed by blocking it and realizing it was too small. I just think I didn't want to be disappointed by that. So I just didn't do anything about it. It moved with me twice. Like the whip in my abandoned whip basket. It traveled with me to 2 different places, and now it finally made it onto the blocking mats. So yeah, hopefully in the next podcast you will see at least one finished object. Yeah, I don't think the zipper will be done. I'm sure the Monday won't be done because I'm going to be using that yarn for like my gift. The Moby could be done. I don't know. I just have to pick it up, I guess. Yeah, we'll see about that. And I'm also knitting a Sophie scarf. Sophie shawl? No, I think it's the Sophie scarf, the tiny one. Knitting that as well. I'm almost at like the halfway point after knitting on it for a week. week-ish right now. So it's great. I knit on it for a week and it's almost halfway done, so could be done by the end of November, but yeah, won't be making any promises there. Like, it's a great travel size project. I've like knit on it on the train a lot while I was traveling. So that's great. Like, this sweater I cannot really take along with me on the train. I can, but yeah, you then have to grab a bigger bag than you actually need, and it's a big hassle. So just taking one skein with you, like a tiny scarf, is easier in that regard. So that's what I've been doing right now. Yeah, I really need to get started on Christmas gift knitting because Christmas is fast approaching. I really want to gift these gifts to people, but I haven't started Christmas knitting yet, and I have about 4 or 5 gifts planned. Yeah, I won't be sitting still, that's for sure, these next few, not next few months actually, like next month. Because comfortably I really have a little over a month to finish all these pieces, like to start and finish all these pieces. Stay tuned for that video because that's going to be fun. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't started yet. Just been putting it off. That's okay though. Yeah. So that's a bit of an impromptu attempt at a what's it called, knitting podcast. I'm really rambling today. I'm in a really chatty mood right now. So it's great that I'm filming a knit and chat. Wow, words. It's great that I'm filming this video because I can just get all my words out. Yeah, let me just talk about my life for a bit, like life lately. It's been pretty good. Life has been pretty good. I just mentioned I moved twice with the sweater number 16, which is like behind my couch. So I pointed at that actually. I've moved with it twice while it was still a whip. So yeah, I'm now living in my own place. I'm renting my own 2-room apartment, so 1-bedroom apartment in the city, which is great. Like, not the city center, a little bit outside the city center, which makes things a lot more affordable. I have a 1-bedroom apartment with a balcony, and I'm looking at some trees while I'm looking outside from my balcony, and it's a great apartment. It's a really nice apartment. But yeah, I've been settling in the last few months. I moved in July. I don't know what I shared about all of this, but I moved in July, and then slowly started like getting my furniture. For a month or so, I finally had a bed, which was amazing. Best thing ever. This desk I did share. My mom and dad built me this, which is, thank you, mom and dad. I know they watch my videos. Like, they pretty much always send me a photo of them watching my videos. So thank you, mom and dad, for building me this desk and helping me with like all of this, hanging my curtains, like assembling my furniture, helping me assemble my furniture, moving my furniture. Like, yeah, that was a lot. I have a lot of stuff, guys. I have a lot of stuff. You really see only this like tiny part of my apartment, but it's filled with stuff everywhere, which is fun. Like, I love my stuff, but it's also a lot. Like, it's a lovely apartment, but it's not it's not a huge apartment at all. Just a teeny tiny it's just a teeny tiny apartment in the city, which I love living at, but it's tiny and it's like perfect for me on my own. But me on my own plus all my stuff equals chaos everywhere, pretty much. Mostly yarn everywhere because I have yarn stored in pretty much every basket here, which is great because there's no one complaining because I live on my own, so that's cute, that's nice. Yeah, that's pretty much how life is going. I'm settling into my new apartment, pretty much settled now actually, and I've been working. I'm working at a museum. I'm working there like 32 hours, so it's almost full time over here. Yeah, I've been doing that. I'm going on holiday pretty soon. Well, I'm going on holiday from a job. I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm just relaxing for a bit, which is very overdue because I've just been working since I got there. And I love my job, but no one can keep like a constant go, 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 go. So I went go, 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 oh no. And now I'm going on holiday for 2 weeks. Actually, I'm just staying in this apartment, knitting mostly. Knitting my Christmas gifts would be great. Like I'm off of work November 16th through November 29th, which perfect time to knit some Christmas gifts. I also bought a puzzle yesterday or the day before that or somewhere around that day. I bought a puzzle, so I'll be doing a puzzle, be reading a book hopefully, watching some Grey's Anatomy. I've been getting into Grey's Anatomy, finally, after 20 seasons or something. Currently at the end of season 2, so I have a lot to catch up on. I'm just watching that a lot while I'm sitting on the couch or sitting in my bed knitting. Just knitting and Grey's Anatomy over here. Like, life is good. I'm in my own apartment. I'm knitting, I'm watching Grey's Anatomy, drinking tea, reading a book, doing a puzzle. Life's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell what my life is right now. Just work, knitting, Grey's Anatomy, and it's going to be puzzling for a little bit, listening to some music also. I had a pretty big music day lately. October 27th apparently was the day that everybody decided to release music. I had 4 different releases to listen to, which was Taylor Swift's 1989 Taylor's version. So that's like the 1989 album plus 5 fall tracks. I had an album of Flight, one of my like recent discoveries. They're a UK-based band that I recently discovered because I was going to see a different band like in a concert, and they were the supporting act, so like I really liked them, so I started listening to their music, and then they had an album come out on the same day as Taylor Swift. Then Maisie Peters released her deluxe version of her The Good Witch album, so that was also like 5 or 6 songs, I believe, to listen to. And then I had one single of Vrouwtje, a Dutch artist, so I had 4 different releases to listen to. It was a great day. I was off of work because it's a Friday and I'm always off on Fridays. So it just was a very chill knitting and listening to music kind of day. Yeah. It's just knitting while listening to music or knitting while watching Grey's Anatomy for me. That's pretty much my 2 options over here while I'm knitting. Can also be reading, but I cannot read and knit at the same time, unfortunately. I can also not puzzle and knit at the same time, so that's the annoying thing about having hobbies that do not like match at all, so aren't compatible with each other. I'm rambling a lot. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good update of my life right now. It's a really fun life right now. It's really, I'm living on my own. I'm starting like to get used to having an apartment, having to keep my apartment clean. That's the thing, apparently. I'm learning how to do. So that's been going on. I'm working, I'm taking some time off of work in a bit. I'm knitting on some Christmas gifts. And yeah, just having bunch of fun right now in my life. So yeah, without further ado, thank you so much for watching all the way through. Thank you for listening to me ramble for 30 minutes straight. I don't know what I said. I'll go into editing mode like right after I film this. If this video does end up being like 10 minutes, please know that it was 30 minutes before I started editing, and I apparently had to edit a lot of rambling out. Or I might leave it all in. Who knows? I don't know right now. You already know because you're watching this video. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon. Bye!